Samsung A17 4G is a new phone on the market. In this video, I'm going to share with you my experience and review of it. First thing to talk about, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything new. The Samsung A17 4G version looks just like the 5G version in terms of design. The 5G version was available in some countries, but not in Morocco or some other countries. And the 4G version is the one that's officially available in the Moroccan market and some other markets. Honestly, when it comes to design, Samsung doesn't really put much effort into it anymore. 4 years now, from the A15 to the A16 to the A17, to the O5, to the 06, to the 07, the design hasn't changed. Same design, same flat plastic frame, same plastic back. The only thing that changed a bit is the look of the cameras or the camera frame compared to the A16 and A15. But if we look at the front, the biggest issue with Samsung phones lately, especially in the budget and mid-range categories, is the screen, which comes with thick bezels and a selfie camera in the notch. So it's still the same thing with Samsung A17, but of course, the screen here is of excellent quality. The screen here is a Super AMOLED type and supports a refresh rate of 90 Hz only, not 120 Hz like we've seen in the competitors to the A17 at the same price point. The screen size here is 6.7 inches and its resolution is Full HD+. Of course, as we said, the screen is of excellent quality, which is Super AMOLED. The colors are excellent and watching content on it is great, except for the selfie camera in the notch and the bottom bezel, which is way too big. As for its brightness under the sun, it's decent, but it doesn't reach the level of some phones at the same price, like the 60 Pro or the 14, for example. The nice thing about the screen here is that it's protected by Gorilla Glass Victus Level 5. Anyway, this is the screen that comes with Samsung A17. Another thing I didn't like, and I don't like it in Samsung in general either. 16. I already told you in previous reviews that a lot of companies in this price range, and even in cheaper ones than the A17, and even at the same price as the A18, you find stereo speakers, 2 speakers available in the phone, which gives you a better sound experience. But in the Samsung A17, that's not available, even though it's an entry-level phone and its price is around 2,500 dirhams. That's about $240 to $250. However, it only has a single speaker at the bottom of the phone, and the sound comes out from the bottom. So if you cover it, you can't hear the sound well anymore. And this is a negative point for Samsung. A17, of course, if we compare it to its competitors. Just to note, the Samsung A17 4G version, there are currently 2 versions available on the market. The version with 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage costs about $190, and the version with 256 GB of memory and 8 GB of RAM costs about $250. Now let's get to the thing I always praise about Samsung phones, which is their software interface. The Samsung A17 comes with Samsung's One UI 7 and runs on Android 15, featuring Samsung's interface. Naturally, it's hard to find any issues with it. The interface is excellent and considered one of the best among Android phones. As for the processor, it hasn't changed in this phone. It's the same one we saw in the Samsung 16, which is the Helio G99 with a 6nm manufacturing process. By the way, if you want me to do a comparison between the Samsung A16 and the Samsung A17, let me know in the comments. I'll try from now on to share a comparison video between the A17 and the A16 with you. And just so you know, the video I promised you, or the comparison I promised you, between the Infinix Pro and the TechnoSpark 40, I'm working on it and it should be ready soon. I'll share it with you as soon as it's done. The MediaTek G99 processor is a well-known and popular processor in the mid-range and even in the budget category. Even Samsung has now put it in a budget phone, which is the A04 and the A06. Samsung used the same processor, which is the MediaTek G99. For me, this processor in the Samsung A17 256, which costs around $250, I still think it's a weak processor for this price range, and of course, for the same price of $250, you'll find another phone with a better processor. As for phones that cost less than 2,000 dirhams, it's still acceptable for them. Its performance is well known, of course, and for normal use, it's good. If you want a game, it'll let you play on medium settings. We've tested this processor many times and in many phones. It's been almost 3 or 4 years now. We try it out in most of the phones in the mid-range category. As for the battery, Samsung is still sticking with the same battery it used in the A00 in 16 and 15, which is a 5,000 mAh battery, the same 25-watt fast charging, and the same setup. The box doesn't come with a charger, just a cable. You'll need to buy an adapter or a charger separately to charge it, since it doesn't come in the box. Just to note, the box only includes the phone and the cable. There's no cover or screen protector included with the phone. This has become the norm with Samsung phones lately, as is now well known. As for the camera, the main lens, as you can see, comes with a resolution of 50 megapixels. The sample photos taken with it are shown here. Of course, they're pretty good for this price range. If we compare it with some other phones, we'll find that some of them take better photos, like the Infinix 60 Pro Plus or the Infinix Note 50s. There's also the Honor 400 Lite, which I haven't tried yet, but I think it might be better than the Samsung 17 when it comes to the camera. The camera's performance is acceptable. It's the same camera we tried on the Samsung. And of course, we also have an ultra-wide lens here with an 8-megapixel resolution for those who want to take wide-angle photos. As for video and the rear camera, it shoots video in 1080p at 30 frames per second. The nice thing is that it has optical image stabilization in the camera, so there's no shaking in the video. And that's a great feature for video recording. As for the selfie camera, it comes with a 13-megapixel resolution, and this is the camera I used to take these shots. It's pretty much the same experience as the Samsung 16 and even the 15. Nothing has really changed. Same details, same processing, same colors. And of course, just like with the rear camera, there are competitors that have a better selfie camera than this one. This is a video with the selfie camera, as you can see. Naturally, the selfie camera doesn't have optical stabilization. It records video at 1080p with 30 frames per second. For the SIM cards, for people who like to use 2 SIM cards in their phone, this device supports installing 2 SIM cards and a memory card, but not at the same time. So you can either use 1 SIM card and a memory card, or 2 SIM cards, as you can see. As for the EMC technology, it's available in the Samsung 17, of course, and it also has an extra microphone for noise cancellation. And it doesn't have a regular 3.5mm headphone jack. So you'll have to use Type-C headphones, and that's all there is in this video. In summary, for almost 3 years now, Samsung's A series in the budget and mid-range categories hasn't really added anything new. They just changed the name. I could tell you this is the 15th, this is the 16th, and it's the same as the 17th. There's no difference. And it's the same story with the 062, 067, and 067 series. They gave them a better processor, but with the 17, they kept the same one. So I hope to see better phones from Samsung in the budget and mid-range categories under $250. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in another one.